You're too easy to read. You always appear weak while trying to please everyone. And it's this weakness that allows people to control you. You walk into a room and your body is already apologizing for existing. You smile when nothing is funny. You say yes when you don't mean it. You talk too much because silence terrifies you. The world sees it all. They ignore you. They disrespect you. They take advantage of your weakness to control you. But all of this can change. Because what you call niceness is actually your greatest weakness. It makes you predictable. It makes you powerless. It makes you invisible. If you keep living like this, nothing will ever change. But today you will learn the secret most people never discover: how to turn your weakness into power, how to make people respect you, and how to become the person no one dares to ignore. Just 1. Kill the nice guy. Most people grow up believing that being nice makes them a good person. They are taught to be polite, agreeable, and helpful at all times. They think if they say yes, smile often, and avoid conflict, the world will reward them with respect. But this belief is false. Niceness does not protect you. Niceness does not create power. In many cases, niceness is simply fear wearing a friendly mask. When you are nice all the time, what you're really saying is not kindness, but insecurity. Your actions quietly say, "Please accept me. Please don't reject me. Please don't hurt me." You may never speak these words out loud, but people feel them. Humans are highly sensitive to weakness, not because they're evil, but because it is part of human nature. People instinctively notice who is confident and who is afraid. They notice who stands firm and who bends too easily. When you are always nice, people stop taking you seriously. They stop respecting you. They place you into a mental box, the safe box, the harmless box, the box of someone who will never challenge them. Once you're inside that box, your opinions lose weight. Your presence loses power. You become invisible. Power operates by a different set of rules. Power does not beg for permission. Power does not over-explain itself. Power decides and stands by its decisions. This does not mean being loud, rude, or aggressive. True power is calm. It is controlled. It does not chase approval. Machiavelli warned that a man who tries to be good in every situation will fail in a world where many people are not good. If you always follow the rules and always try to please, those who are willing to break rules will rise above you. The answer is simple. Stop being nice. Be civil. Civility is strength under control. It is chosen, not automatic. You're respectful because you decide to be, not because you fear rejection. A civil person can walk away. A civil person can say no. A civil person does not need to be liked to feel secure. Stop chasing approval. Approval makes you weak and predictable. Start earning respect. Respect comes quietly, through boundaries, self-control, and the courage to stand firm. That is where real power begins. Law 2. Master silence. Most people are afraid of silence. The moment a conversation slows down or stops, they feel uncomfortable. Their mind starts racing. They worry about how they look, what others are thinking, or whether they are being judged. To escape that feeling, they rush to fill the silence. They talk more than necessary. They joke when nothing is funny. They explain things that don't need explanation. They overshare personal details they should have kept private. This behavior is not confidence. It is insecurity. Silence exposes what words try to hide. When someone cannot sit comfortably in silence, it shows they are anxious and seeking approval. They fear being misunderstood, ignored, or seen as unimportant, so they talk, not because they have something valuable to say, but because they are afraid of the quiet. Silence sends a very different message. Silence says, "I am comfortable with myself." It says, "I am not in a hurry." It says, "I am in control of my emotions and my time." That is why silence is powerful. It creates pressure without effort. When you stay quiet, others feel the need to fill the space. They begin talking more than they planned. They reveal their thoughts, their intentions, and sometimes their weaknesses. In their rush to escape the silence, they make mistakes. The next time someone asks you a question, do not answer immediately. Pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Keep calm eye contact. Do not look away. That small pause is enough to shift the balance of power. The other person starts to wonder what you're thinking. They feel tension. You haven't said anything, yet you already have control. When you do speak, speak slowly and clearly. Fast speech signals nervousness and fear. It suggests you're trying to impress or defend yourself. Slow speech signals certainty. It shows that you choose your words carefully and that you are not afraid of being judged. A person who can sit calmly in silence cannot be rushed, manipulated, or pressured easily. Silence gives you space to observe, to think, and to respond with intention. The one who controls silence controls the mood, the pace, and ultimately the room. Master silence, and you master power. Law 3. Starve the need for approval. Most people live their lives addicted to approval. They crave likes, compliments, praise, and validation. They want to be noticed, admired, and accepted. Every message, every reaction, every opinion from others becomes emotional fuel. When they receive praise, they feel powerful. When they are criticized, they feel destroyed. This dependence is not harmless. It is a weakness. The moment you need approval, you give others control over you. If someone can make you feel good with praise, they can also make you feel small with a single insult. Your confidence is no longer yours. It belongs to whoever is watching. This is how people become emotionally controlled without realizing it. Approval is the modern chain. It keeps people obedient, predictable, and afraid to stand alone. They explain themselves too much. They defend their choices. They seek permission to exist. All of this signals one thing: insecurity. Power begins when approval stops mattering. This does not mean becoming cold or heartless. It means building your confidence from the inside, not borrowing it from others. When praise comes, you acknowledge it, but you do not depend on it. When insults come, you observe them, but you do not react. You already know who you are. External opinions cannot shake something that is internally solid. People are deeply disturbed by someone they cannot control emotionally. When they provoke you and get no reaction, they feel powerless. When they insult you and see calm instead of anger, they feel exposed. They are used to controlling others through emotions. When that tool fails, they don't know what to do. Practice emotional independence. When criticized, do not rush to defend yourself. When praised, do not inflate your ego. Stay centered. Stay calm. Let reactions die in silence. This quiet strength forces others to adjust to you, not the other way around. Starve the need for approval, and something powerful happens. Your mind becomes free. Your emotions become stable. Your presence becomes heavy. You stop performing for the world and start standing firm within yourself. And when people realize they cannot move you emotionally, they instinctively respect you or fear you. That is psychological power. Law 4. Posture of the apex. Before you speak, before you act, before you even introduce yourself, your body has already delivered a message. People judge your strength or weakness in seconds, and most of that judgment comes from posture. Not words, not intelligence, posture. Most people carry themselves like they want to disappear. Their shoulders are bent, their chest is closed, their head is slightly down, their movements are rushed and uncertain. This body language silently says, I am unsure. I do not belong here. Do not take me seriously. People may not consciously notice it, but they respond to it instantly. Powerful people understand a simple truth. The body leads the mind. If your body shows weakness, your mind follows. If your body shows control, your mind rises to meet it. Apex posture is not aggression. It is calm dominance. Stand tall with your chest open. Let your shoulders rest back, not stiff, not forced. Keep your movements slow and deliberate. Do not fidget. Do not rush. When you sit, take up space naturally. Do not shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You're not asking for permission to exist. Your eyes matter more than you think. Weak posture often comes with wandering eyes, scanning the room, looking down, looking away too quickly. This signals anxiety. A powerful presence uses focused eye contact. When you look at someone, look fully. When you break eye contact, do it slowly. This tells others that you are calm, aware, and unthreatened. Movement is also posture. Walk with intention. Pick a direction and move without hesitation. Do not zigzag. Do not apologize with your body. People instinctively move out of the way for those who move with certainty. This posture does something important inside you. Your breathing deepens. Your thoughts slow down. Your nervous system relaxes. Confidence grows because your body is no longer signaling danger to your mind. Apex posture does not demand attention. It commands it quietly. When your body speaks strength, your words carry more weight. People listen longer, they interrupt less. They hesitate before challenging you. Remember this, your body is your first weapon of power. Train it, control it. Let it speak authority before your mouth ever opens. That is how dominance begins. Silently. Law 5. Withdrawal of supply. Every interaction runs on one hidden currency. Attention. Your time, your energy, your availability. These are more valuable than money. Yet most people give them away freely. They reply instantly. They say yes to everything. They stay longer than they should. They make themselves constantly available, hoping it will make them important. It does the opposite. When you are always available, your value drops. People stop appreciating you because you are predictable. Familiarity creates indifference. If you are always there, you are never missed. And if you are never missed, you are replaceable. Powerful people understand scarcity. They understand that what is rare is valued, and what is common is ignored. They are present, but not constantly. They are visible, but not accessible on demand. This creates tension. This creates curiosity. This creates respect. Withdrawal of supply does not mean being rude or distant for no reason. It means being selective. You do not answer every message immediately. You do not attend every invitation. You do not stay in conversations that drain you. You leave early. You end interactions while they are still interesting. This does something powerful to others. When your attention is no longer guaranteed, people start thinking about you. They wonder where you are. They notice your absence more than your presence. They begin to compete for your time instead of taking it for granted. This rule also applies emotionally. Do not overshare your thoughts, fears, or weaknesses. Do not give everyone access to your inner world. Emotional availability should be earned, not handed out freely. The more people know about you, the more they can use against you. Machiavelli advised rulers to appear often, but never too often. Mystery creates authority. Distance creates power. When you withdraw your supply, you teach others an important lesson. Your time is valuable, and access to you is not automatic. People respect what they cannot easily control. Control your availability and you control your influence. That is silent power. Law 6. Competence is the only real confidence. Everything you have learned so far, silence, posture, scarcity, control, these are tools. They are powerful, but only when they rest on something real. Without a solid foundation, they collapse. The strongest foundation of all is competence. Real confidence does not come from words, attitude, or appearance. It comes from knowing, deep inside, that you can handle what comes next. When you are skilled, prepared, and capable, your mind becomes calm. You do not panic. You do not rush. You do not overreact. That calmness is intimidating. Look closely at people who shout, boast, or threaten. They are often insecure. Noise is a cover for weakness. Now look at someone who stays quiet, observes, and then acts with precision. That person doesn't need to prove anything. Their ability speaks for them. Competence creates authority without effort. Machiavelli advised rulers not just to look powerful, but to be capable. He told them to study strategy, history, and conflict, to know their strengths and their enemies. Why? Because power without skill is fragile. The moment pressure arrives, it breaks. When you are competent, silence feels natural instead of awkward. Scarcity feels earned instead of manipulative. Posture feels real instead of forced. Everything aligns because it is backed by ability. So build something real. Choose a field. Study it deeply. Practice when others are resting. Learn from mistakes instead of avoiding them. Solve problems others run from. Keep promises to yourself. Results create confidence that cannot be faked. Competence also frees you emotionally. When you trust your ability, you stop seeking reassurance. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself. You move with certainty because you know you can adapt if things go wrong. This is why competence is terrifying. It makes you independent. It makes you calm under pressure. It makes you dangerous without being loud. Tactics can impress for a moment. Competence commands respect for a lifetime. Master something real, and you become untouchable. Law 7. Willingness to be the villain. Most people are trapped by one fear. being disliked. They want to be seen as kind, helpful, and agreeable. They avoid conflict even when it costs them their peace, time, and future. They say yes when they want to say no. They stay silent when they should speak. This fear keeps them small. Power requires something uncomfortable, the willingness to be misunderstood. No matter what you do, someone will be unhappy with you. If you protect your time, someone will call you selfish. If you set boundaries, someone will call you rude. If you focus on your own growth, someone will say you've changed. You cannot win everyone's approval, and trying to do so destroys your authority. Machiavelli understood this clearly. He warned that a leader must learn when not to be good, not cruel for pleasure, but firm when necessary. Power is about choosing long-term control over short-term comfort. The dangerous person accepts this. He does not explain his boundaries. He does not argue for permission. He does not defend every decision. He simply decides, calmly and without guilt. When asked to sacrifice his time, he says no. When pushed emotionally, he stays unmoved. When labelled the villain, he does not react. This is freedom. Being willing to be disliked releases you from manipulation. People can no longer use guilt, shame, or anger to control you. Their emotional weapons fail because you're not afraid of their judgment. This does not mean becoming cruel or arrogant. You remain calm, respectful, controlled, but you no longer negotiate your boundaries. You do not apologize for protecting your life. Something interesting happens when you accept being the villain. People begin to respect you more. They sense your strength. They hesitate before crossing your boundaries. Even those who dislike you take you seriously. Leadership is not about being loved. It is about being respected. When you stop chasing approval and start choosing yourself, you step into authority. You become the director of your own life, not an extra in someone else's story. That willingness to stand alone if needed is a rare and terrifying form of power. Zorfeski in become unreadable. Most people are easy to read. Their face shows everything. Their emotions spill out instantly. You know when they are angry, nervous, excited, or insecure without them saying a word. Because they are predictable, they are easy to control. Once someone understands your patterns, they can push your buttons whenever they want. Power begins where predictability ends. The unreadable person does not react the way others expect. He does not rush to defend himself. He does not explain his feelings. He does not show excitement too quickly or anger too openly. This creates uncertainty, and uncertainty makes people uncomfortable. They start guessing, they hesitate, they lose confidence. Unpredictability is not chaos. It is control. When someone insults you, pause. Look at them calmly, say nothing, or respond lightly without emotion. When someone praises you, accept it without ego. Do not feed them emotional reactions. Emotions are information, and information is power. The less you give, the safer you are. Being unreadable also protects your inner world. When people cannot see inside you, they cannot manipulate you. They cannot use your fears, desires, or weaknesses against you. Your energy stays yours. This law brings all the others together. Silence makes you hard to read. Scarcity makes you unpredictable. Posture makes you solid. Competence makes you calm. Boundaries make you unmovable. Together they turn you into a closed book. People are not afraid of strength alone. They are afraid of what they cannot understand. When they cannot predict your next move, they become cautious. Respect grows naturally from that caution. To practice this, pause before speaking. Speak slowly. Smile only when it is real. Do not over-explain. Keep emotions private. Let others wonder what you are thinking. When you become unreadable, you stop reacting to the world and start controlling how the world reacts to you. You are no longer a piece on the board. You are the one moving the pieces. That is psychological dominance. Final message. Most people will stay weak. They will stay loud, needy, predictable. You won't. You will move silently, think clearly, act deliberately. You're no longer a piece on the board. You are the one moving the pieces. CTA subscribe now. Step into control. Become psychologically untouchable. Your power starts here.